Let me get ready this morning. 3 weeks away from FradCon already. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Be Enchant. Let's talk about the brand, the person, and more importantly, the why. So 4 years ago, I lost my mom. Many of you know that. If you're new here, you don't. My brand, Be Enchant, is a namesake to my mother. The dusting powders was something that me and my mother shared. It was a love and a passion that we shared since I was a little girl, 7 years old. When I lost my mom, it literally shook my world. I was in the corporate world. I had been in corporate leadership for many, many years, decades. And I had my brand, but I wasn't talking about my brand. I wasn't pushing my brand. My mom came to me in a dream in my hardest moments, probably about 6 months after she passed away. She came to me in a dream and she said, talk to them about it. Talk to them about it. At the time, I was on TikTok for about 2 years. I had been talking about women's empowerment and all of those things, but she wanted me to speak, so I did. What's the song say? I didn't have a pen and paper. I got to the mic. I said, press record. Literally. So that was the beginning of this beautiful movement. You know, when you sit back and it's humbling to see the influence that you have. And influence can go either way, right? Because admiration sometimes turns negatively down the line. I wouldn't say that it has all turned negatively, but I will say that it has opened my eyes to being open and to being the woman that I am. But at the end of the day, will not let anyone take from me who I am, the reason behind who I am. Because no one can share that same story. This is my story, my mission, my passion, my love. So for me, walking into FradCon is very much a part of my healing journey. I hope my mom is smiling down. I feel her every day in everything that I do. She was such an eloquent and classy woman. And she's the reason why I am who I am today. She's the reason behind the brand. She's the reason behind the woman. And so I'm so grateful to be able to share this journey and take you all along with Be Enchant as we continue to grow and we continue to share with the world my mother's passion and my passion. I was inspired to talk about this because I was on Instagram and I received a comment where a young lady said, hey, we want to hear some brand tips. We want to hear some brand advice. And, me, myself, I know I don't share a lot on this app, but I've been through a lot on this app on the back end. Sharing who you are and sharing tips can sometimes lead to inspiration that either becomes jealousy, either it becomes motivation for some, it becomes, people want to duplicate and replicate. And I have seen how far people will go to become a part of that influence and that motion, how far they are willing to go. I've learned a lot on social media. I've learned kind of how to move, who to align myself with, what to align myself with. I'm a naturally private person, so that hasn't been a challenge. But it has been a challenge to, you expect sometimes the you out of others. And social media has taught me quickly that you cannot. But one thing I know for sure and two things for certain is B is a one of one. You can't duplicate B. And the reason why you can't duplicate B is because of who B is. Let that sink in. I'm not trying to figure out who I am. I'm 53 years old. I did the work a long time ago. So I know exactly who I am. When I started talking about our brand, our products, I knew exactly what I wanted to tell the world and share with the world about this beautiful self-care ritual. So if you want to know what the brand tips I would have for you or anyone that is looking to start a brand, it would be this. First and foremost, be yourself. Don't just do something because you find or you think there's a way to make money in it. Be yourself. Do something that you are truly passionate about. There are so many different directions that you can choose to go in when you're thinking about a brand. My brand speaks to who I am. And your brand should do the same, because look, you're not going to want to do it and put in what you need to put in if you're not really in love with what you do. Look, I see it. Everybody and their mama wants to do dusting powders now. But do you have a passion for it? Did you even use dusting powders before you decided that you wanted to sell them? Those are the things that I would think through as a brand if this was an avenue that I wanted to get into. The next thing is, being a founder. Do you want to be vulnerable? See, that was difficult for me because, again, like I said, I'm a very private person. So vulnerability, opening up, and inclusion in something that means so much to me was very difficult at first. And I have been burned over and over and over again by individuals, by other brands, by so many. So you kind of have to have tough skin. And I'm not saying that I have tough skin because, look, TT is a cry baby. I am. But also what I am is I'm strong. I shake it off. My block finger is very strong. I move around. I stay and I'm in the circles of the people that love and appreciate me. I don't take abuse. I don't take any of that. I don't take bullying or any of that. And I don't take thievery. So for me, I get out of the way and I let you have that space. And I don't do mess. I don't do mess. If you're messy, get from away from me. Get from around me. Mm-mm. See, this story means too much to me. That's what I would say as far as the brand. There's a book called Know Your Why.